formats. It's a fairly basic thing, formats. It's just how are you going to present the website or web application to the test participants. You don't have to give them a finished website. You can do something like you can see on the screen now, a nice paper prototype, get them to interact with it, give them some scenarios, a few things to do, ask them a few questions, do it with 2 to 3 people. That could be fun and interesting for you. You can get creative. I'd really like to see something like that in your documentation. You can get, the pens and the paints out from your art background if that's your thing, and a paper prototype could be excellent. Next up here we have the world famous, the incredible Lo-Fi. I love Lo-Fis. I've always liked Lo-Fis. I like people who use Vivids to get them going. I like looking at people's handwriting style, watching them smash something together, and just use that to get some ideas. Send out a Lo-Fi, do a survey, do it by email, do it with mum or dad at home, whatever you want to do. Just get through that user testing with 2 to 3 people. Nice and easy, same questions for each user, set up a scenario if you want, think about your website goal. There's Lo-Fi. This one here is InVision. Now InVision I will do as a video. I was hoping to have that done today actually, but I spent a while getting this microphone put together. InVision is an interactive tool which allows you to quickly put a high fidelity prototype online. You can track user clicks, you can set up user flows, meaning you can put a hi-fi in or a lo-fi and have an area of that marked out, so when someone clicks it, it goes through to another lo-fi or hi-fi page within the screen. InVision's kind of cool. It's an industry tool, but I'm just as excited if people do a lo-fi for real, or email out a lo-fi, or do some paper prototyping and something that's a little bit more original in that sense. But we will go over InVision. If you want to go ahead and check it out, you'll see how to set up things on InVision. They have some good documentation. It's not hard. We're not talking about InVision Studio. If you want to go that route, that's fine, but InVision is just their InVision browser prototyping application. If you want to do something on there, send out the link to people, that's fine too. We mustn't forget that one of the main formats for doing a user test is a real website. So if you manage to get your website maybe half completed, maybe you just start it with a nav, or fully completed to some degree at the end, you can do your user testing at that point if you wish. You could do it towards the end of the process. This isn't probably ideal, but it's legitimate. Maybe you're on a tight time constraint, a tight budget. You can't do user testing. You have to get the website done. You got to get paid. But nevertheless, you could do it, and before presenting it to the client or releasing it, you could do some makeshift testing with 2 to 3 people and get some feedback and ideas. So this is the Thievery Corporation website, and I'm sure you'll have one that's real that you can hover and click on WordPress or hand-coded. Feel free to use a test off a real website. Send the link around, host it on GitHub pages, maybe do in-person user testing and see how that goes. That's the final format that you can use. Last one for user testing format, the good old high fidelity. Hi-Fi. So if you do get into Illustrator or Photoshop and make a hi-fi, that may be your way of doing your user testing. You could do some A/B testing. You may want to do some surveys. You can even use hi-fis in things like InVision if you wanted to do some click-through testing through the other formats as well. So just wanted to cover off those different types so you were clear on the different types you can use. Just choose one type for all of your tests. Choose one test format for all of your tests, and you'll be fine. 2 to 3 people. Good luck, guys. Have a safe holiday, and I'll catch you soon. I'll put some more videos up, but it's only if you have time to have a look. You just look after yourself and enjoy your holiday.